Hey everyone, it's Lena. Thank you for joining me for this painting time lapse. I'm working on another realistic figurative water painting and I hope you enjoy. Before I actually started any painting, I spent well over an hour pre-mixing most of the colors that I would need for this painting, and I found that this saves me a lot of time during the piece because they're already pre-made and I don't have to figure them out as I'm painting, so I could just start laying them down wherever I see them, and it's kind of like putting together a puzzle. Before laying down the colors, I painted an underpainting in burnt sienna with a very diluted layer, and if you would like to know more about underpaintings, I have a video all about that, which I will link in the description. In that video, I explain the purpose of them, why I do them, and why they're helpful. In a lot of my paintings, especially those involving figures and figures in water, I tend to start painting faces first. That's just where my eyes always go in a painting at the very beginning. I'm usually drawn to the face and then the rest of it after that. But having the face start off to be realistic before anything else helps me build around it. I don't like to start doing backgrounds first, and I hardly ever paint that way. And there's a lot of different ways to paint, so this is just the way I like to do it. And however you want to do it and whatever feels better for you is completely up to you. But because the water is so abstract on its own, especially if you zoom in, it's very random shapes and they don't really make a whole lot of sense by themselves. So when I start painting the figure first and already having that depth and dimension, it feels easier to start building the water around them. At this point in the painting, the figure is definitely nowhere near done. It's just the first color layer. I still need to do some glazing and tweaking shadows and highlights, but I did start building the water around it, which is basically just a bunch of shapes. Totally random, but I held off on painting the hair for a while, no particular reason, and with the underpainting peeking through, she kind of looked like a member of the Weasley family for a while, but eventually I did decide to put some color in her hair. So I showed you guys my palette with all the colors I mixed before I started painting, and here's what it looks like after I started using those colors and got through most of the painting. Once the surface is covered and the first color layer is done, I walk away and let it dry for a few days and typically work on more paintings, but then I come back to it and that's when I do glazing and I tweak the shadows, I build on some colors and enhance things and smooth things out. And that's my favorite part of the painting because the surface is already covered and you can really see what needs to be done, and just the smallest little brush stroke, whether it's transparent or not, it makes a difference to me, and it's exhilarating to see the painting slowly become more and more alive and realistic. I just love that. I hope you enjoyed this painting time lapse. For anyone who's interested in the original, it will be in my art store, lenadanyastore.com, along with a few other original paintings and prints. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys!